What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Planet Coaster. Today is both a sad day and an exciting one because we are leaving the Sandbox Planet Coaster series in the dust. It is over, it's finished. Maybe someday we'll come back to it, I suppose. But the reason it is over and finished is because, quite frankly, I am bored out of my mind making Planet Coaster content due to the fact that in a sandbox park there are no challenges, there are no constraints that you have to work with. It's almost too much freedom. So what I've devised here is a brand new park, a brand new scenario. We've done hard, we've done very hard mode, we've done hardcore mode, and I've still been able to pass them fairly easily. So our new park is a completely custom scenario. It's called The Ultimate Test of My Abilities. We're gonna go ahead and just jump right into it, see how we do. Okay, so right off the bat, it says a new era in theme park simulation. I don't actually remember naming it that, but sure, we can go with that. So I'm gonna pause things immediately because we're already losing money. We have a couple of challenges that we have to try to get during this new series. You can't even see them. Firstly, the easy objective is to have a post loan, so after we pay off all of our loans, balance of $100,000. Our medium objective is to have a post loan balance of $200,000. And then the final objective that we have, which should be really difficult, is raise average guest happiness to 100%. Now, I went through the entire scenario and made every single option very hard, or otherwise hard if there wasn't a very hard option. Now, the starting park here might look sort of familiar to a couple of you. This is the park that I recreated solely for the thumbnail of the previous Planet Coaster video that I did on triggers and sequences. Yes, I did recreate an entire park just for a thumbnail, but now I'm actually going to use it for something, so that's kind of cool. So we are starting off with a Looney Balloons, a Pipshot Water, and a Chief Beef. All three of those facilities are closed, and hopefully I'll just be able to open them up as soon as we actually get some guests in here. We have a first aid facility, we have a standard bathroom block that has horrible cleanliness. Oh my god. Okay, we're definitely gonna have to look into that. And then we have a staff building which has max capacity of 10 and is a rec room. Doesn't have any scenery rating, but we can, we can do stuff about that later. We have one flat ride and one coaster. The coaster, so this coaster, I was under the impression that all of the Planet Coaster Console Edition blueprints were the same as the PC Planet Coaster blueprints, and I was very wrong about that. I had to completely create the exact same blueprint coaster from the Console Edition over here with a custom coaster. So it is like to a T, spot on matched. I did a split screen of the Console Edition while building this one, so the dimensions are pretty well exact. I might actually save this as a blueprint and upload it to the Steam Workshop so we can, maybe get some of those Console Edition blueprints in the PC version. Wow, this is just one big ramble. This whole episode so far, it's just one massive rambling. The one flat ride we're gonna start with is, of course, Wild Blue. Old faithful, old reliable. I did change the colors on both of these coasters as well, and we're gonna be using the brick hues as well as the standard starter path. Actually, I don't know about this one. I might change this one to asphalt, to be completely honest with you. That might be the first thing that we do, but we should probably get some staff members. So the first one I'm gonna hire is a janitor because this bathroom block looks horrible. Let's go ahead, grab ourselves a janitor, plop them down right in front of that. And then kind of like what we did on the previous Planet Coaster series, I'm gonna be trying to spend as much time as possible making everything look pretty. We're kind of going to do form over function for a lot of this stuff, but I just want to make a good looking park, and I want a challenge. I want a difficult challenge. So this is what our janitor's fit is going to look like. You can see like this person here, the ticket collector, they're in just all black, and then I have the coaster operator. She is actually matching this coaster, and then similarly over here on Wild Blue, I have the operator matching with the ticket collector just being in all black. I think that's the theme I'm gonna stick with here. But now that we have a janitor, We got to get a work roster up in here. I'm just going to do one that's sort of the overarching roster. So I'm just going to select everything right here, and we're going to call this one main. Go ahead and save that. Now, focus back in on our janitor and apply that new roster to him. Perfect. Okay, so we don't need a security guard right off the bat. I'm trying to think of other things that we may need. Mechanic, duh. We're definitely gonna need a mechanic. All right, and this is what our mechanics are gonna look like. Looking spiffy, my guy. There we go. All right, Pierre, you're ready to rock. We are still losing quite a bit of money. I'm gonna make sure that our tickets are free. Do we have anyone coming in here? We have 2 people. We have 2 people. That is not a lot. All right, tickets are free. Let's go through and adjust our pricing. I'm gonna leave the bathroom block free. Oh, we should probably open up these rides, duh. So let's take 771 divided by 35. Ticket price of $22.02. Let's just do 22. And this one, if we open it up, that's a 484. Divided by 35, that'd be 1382. There we go. Okay, so we now have 2 of our rides open. The bathroom block should be getting cleaned. We still have the first aid facility, and we still have our staff building. Since we do only have 2 staff members at this point in time. Oh no, because that's gonna actually cost us, but running cost will decrease by $525. We don't have $700 to spend. All right, we're gonna have to leave it at 10, I guess. That's an oopsie. Okay, let's start to let things play out here. We got both of our rides now open, and then I think I do want to change this path type to the asphalt instead. I don't know if I want to do the one with the Planet Coaster logos on it, or if we should just do standard asphalt. I feel like standard asphalt's gonna look better, but what I'm concerned about is what the railing will look like once we do that. So we want railing on elevated, no, railing on ground path. There we go. Ooh, actually, I like that a lot better. That looks really nice. I want to try to incorporate more railings in this park as well, because I don't really ever do that. I normally like try to make my own railing, which is stupid. I don't know why anyone would do that. But railing also gives a nice border around a lot of these flat rides that they otherwise wouldn't have. So we're already looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and turn off the railing so we can do the rest of this park here. I adjusted the boundary quite a bit, actually. So we should be able to adjust all of the paths. Here we go. And then I think our queue with the brick, I like that. I think it's a nice look. We'll stick with that. Perfect, dude. God, it's looking good already. Now I have to try to decide if I want to leave this brick. I think I actually kind of want to change that. Does railing work on the coaster stations? I don't think it does. No, literally no change. But we'll make it asphalt. I just think it looks a little nicer. Okay, we have a very small handful of guests in the park. We don't have an ATM. That could be something we potentially need to add, but look at all these other people coming in, dude. It is free entry, so we're not gonna get a ton of money straight out the gate, literally, but as soon as they start purchasing certain things, I think those numbers will go up. Now, we're leaving the shops closed because longer that they're open with no business, the more money we're actually gonna spend. I just wanna get out of the negative. This first episode, that is literally my only task, is just get out of the negative. All right, come on, people. Come on, people. Let's actually take a look at guest needs. So they don't really need food yet. They don't really need energy, thirst, toilet, of course. Nausea is fine as well. So I think we're doing all right. God, dude, look at that. Look at that sea of people coming in. This is great. All right, as soon as this coaster fills up, I think we'll do like a quick little ride along just so you guys can kind of get a feel for what this coaster's like. It's a surprisingly nice coaster. I mean, not really a surprise. It is based off of a blueprint. Like, of course it's gonna be good, but for a park this size, I think this is a phenomenal start. All right, here we go. Last person getting on. Let's go ahead and enter the ride camera. We'll just sit in the first person view here and go for a little ride. Go for a quick little ride. So as soon as the coaster hits this part, the fireworks actually go off, so that could get expensive. You guys may remember that from the sequences video. And that part right there is new. I'm gonna have to adjust that. I'm not sure why that happened. Yeah, both sides of the track do that. That's really weird. God, what a great coaster, dude. It's so simple, too. Like, It has what, 2 inversions and then a big old like loop at the end. Very simple, but effective. Okay, and I would adjust this right here. Believe me, I would. But hear me out. If I close down the ride, we're already missing out on a ton of potential income. You can see we're just barely out of the negative at a little under $1,000. So things are doing a little bit better. Let's take a look back at our guests, 73%. Okay, so once that gets to probably 50%, I have a feeling that's gonna greatly impact their happiness, and I need their happiness to be like through the roof. But once it gets to 50%, we'll go ahead and purchase. I always say buy or purchase. We'll hire 3 vendors, maybe even 4 if the 3 of them can't handle all 3 of these facilities. I might hold off on opening Looney Balloons because some guests don't necessarily want a souvenir right away. Also, another reason this is going to be insanely difficult for your boy is because if we go into our research, start our research, we have to research everything, all of the DLC content, buildings, scenery, shops and facilities, rides, track rides, coasters, every single thing other than what's already placed down, we're gonna have to research. So that includes things like our entertainers, even like trash cans and park benches and scenery, stuff like that. It's gonna take a really long time to research everything, but that is just half the challenge. I think it's really gonna make things a lot more difficult, and hopefully that means it'll be more fun for me. And we got Wild Blue, that's looking good. Let me make sure the rating hasn't changed at all. 492, that should be $14.05 now. It's gonna be like critical that we stay on top of the prestige and the ticket pricing for these rides. 2180. All right, so this one actually went down. 2180, there we go. After a couple of people wrote it. Not a surprise, these things do happen. All right, let's check back in with our guests. 71%, so still going down. Toilets doing well. Nausea's actually going up. Energy 77, thirst 70. So 50% of our guests are families. 21% are teens and 29% are just adult groups. I'm hoping that I remembered to edit the scenario so that people aren't just like day trippers, like they actually want to spend a few days in the park, because once we get the hotels, if they're just day trippers, it's all over. I mean, they're not gonna wanna stay in the hotels. They're probably not gonna wanna use the restaurants. They're just gonna come in, ride a couple rides, and dip. So I'm hoping most everyone here wants to be here for a good time. And by a good time, I mean a good amount of time. All right, let's adjust the path in here as well. Maybe we'll do railing just for something different. Okay, a couple of people leaving. Not a huge deal. Definitely not a huge deal. Let's actually do a little bit more railing just till there, so people don't try to climb on the rocks and stuff. Not that they would, but again, just trying to make it a little bit more realistic. Okay, we're up to $2,000 now. Things are looking good. We got about 3,000 in rides and tickets. We're losing about 500 on shops and facilities. That would be these 3 facilities right here, since these are closed. I don't think they're costing us anything. No, it doesn't appear like they're costing us anything, so we should be good. As long as those are closed, I think we'll be all right. And then park management, we're losing about $400, and that's just wages for our 2 employees, as well as the running costs for the rides. A triggered item failed to fire because you lack funds for it. Oh, that must have been right at the like the grand opening of everything. That makes sense. They working now though. They definitely working now. Well, I'm not planning on doing any expansion today. It is literally just a setup video. So hopefully you guys are excited for this new series. I myself am extremely excited about this one, simply because I'm really hoping that I don't get bored or burnt out on this. But with that being said, I do think I'm gonna wind things down here. So once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.